Hello friends, welcome to a new watercolor tutorial. I am Vanidas Mangathil. In this video, we will make this beautiful winter season. I will explain the entire process as we go along. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and press the bell notification. And let's go to the video now. For this tutorial, I am using a cold pressed watercolor paper. And we are using the portrait mode. It is the size is roughly A4 size, and it's a cold pressed watercolor paper and it has some texture. Okay, so I'm starting with a cold sky, and I'm using a maybe 1.5 inch nylon flat brush for the sky. And see, we are going for some bold approach for this particular work. The paper is dry. We haven't applied. We didn't wet the paper in advance, so we are just wetting the paper now with color. It's a sort of cerulean blue, maybe a little bit of gray in that, Payne's gray or some touch of crimson, because I used some leftover colors from the palette. But it is mostly cerulean blue, maybe slightly purplish. You can think, right? So this part is going to be a sky, and this is from imagination, so I don't have any reference, so I'm just trying to think and then work out, right? So this, we need to have some kind of a foreign foliage. That is what I am thinking. So this is very purplish sort of a color, so I used the crimson and a little bit of cobalt blue and maybe Payne's gray. So these are the probable colors that I have used. It's a mix of Payne's gray, little bit of red and cobalt blue, right? So you don't have to worry about the precise colors. You could take some approximate colors. Okay, so this is a darker version of the same color, so that this will come little forward, closer to us, and the foliage on the right side will be little bit away from us, and this is more darker, so we had to bring it little closer to us. Sorry, my hand is blocking, but we can't help it. We are making bold brushworks using a large flat brush. Comparing to the size of the paper, the brush size is very big, in fact, right? So just trying to work out, just trying to think as we go along, and this seems to be a good background for me. So we need to do something for the foreground as well. So since I don't have any reference, I'm just thinking as how to go. There should be something here. So let this, more than precisely, I mean, telling what this is, it solves the purpose of leading the eye towards a particular area in the picture. So towards the horizon. This is taking the viewer's eye towards the horizon. I don't want sharp edge there, so a little bit of I'm making it slightly cooler with the help of cerulean blue and softening this edge. Okay, I'm using that 1.5 inch flat brush. You could use more brush also, but I mean, just I thought that I will start with flat brush today. I don't want too much area of white there. The white here is supposed to be some snow area. That is what I am thinking. Some splashing. See, I am experimenting whether it works or not. Sometimes it may not work. You may think that you may regret it. I mean, I shouldn't have done that splashing, but that's okay. So just experimenting, and what I'm looking for is some happy accidents and some interesting textures, right? I think now it is dry. I have made it dry. I have waited till it gets dry because I am making some sharper tree branch here, and I wanted it to be I mean having the sharp edges. I don't want that to softly merge with the background, so I have ensured that the background is thoroughly wet, thoroughly dry. So I'm using a liner brush here. Okay, it's a synthetic liner brush. I'm just making some, some line segments here and there, so that it should ultimately finally look like some branches of trees. Okay, right. So this is some kind. It may be little bit challenging sometimes, but just go. I mean, don't worry. Don't check that if each branch, each direction is convincing or not. I'm sure once we do it, finally the overall result is the one that matters. So I'm pretty confident that the final, the group of branches, the twigs will look convincing. I'm not looking for very pretty or very logically, very thoughtful branches. See, after all, the viewer, what it matters to the viewer is the overall believability. Okay. So, making it little wider at the base and making it lot of things at the base. Okay, lot of tree. Maybe it's a group of small trees. Okay, and there are no leaves. It is just sort of branches. And just crisscross. I'm just marking it crisscross, and nobody is going to map each branches and check. Nobody is going to verify if each branch is making sense or not. What we are interested in is a group of those branches. I think it makes sense. So if you're finding value in this tutorial videos, if you're finding it useful, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell notification icon. I am planning to release videos at least once a week. So please subscribe to my channel, and I would also request to share your comments and likes and thoughts in the comment boxes, so that I'll get some input, more input from you. As I get more input from you, I can understand what actually is the thing that you like, what are the things that you wish to have, what are the things you don't like. That will help me to improve my future video contents. Okay, and these videos takes a lot of time, so your shares, comments and likes are really appreciated. Okay, so I think these are some kind of shadows probably. Okay, I'm just making some leftover colors, which is probably the sky color itself I'm using here. And everything is a suggestion here. Okay, it is nothing is very precise, but I think overall what matters is overall it should be making sense. I think as of now this seems to be convincing to me. Okay, and if you want, you can always alter, you can add more elements at some other places. I am thinking to make some figure here, maybe a figure here, and I will decide where else we can put figures. I am using a little bit of burnt sienna and maybe Payne's grey for this particular figure. What color it should be, it's your choice. Okay, what matters is the relative size, and the overall the silhouette should be convincing. It should look like a figure, a person. It's so tiny, so you don't have to be very accurate, but it should be reasonably believable. Okay, some amount of precision is required, but not too much. Maybe one figure here nearby, and again I am using burnt sienna here. And okay, I think I don't want to make it too complex. Okay, just I'm not sure whether I should make the shadow there, but I will probably skip the shadow for that. Okay, because it is already on the shadow area, a little bit of shadow is already there on the ground, so I'm leaving the shadow for that. Maybe some sort of fence I'm thinking of. I think I should have avoided it, if you're following along, I think you could avoid this kind of fence. Since I have made a start, I'm just trying to finish it. That's it. So yeah, I'm not finding anything more to actually add to, and little bit of shadows maybe. Okay, don't worry. No, let us not make too much confusion here. I think we need to, bring little bit more attention to the figures. So we need to suggest some face or body part for those figures, and maybe a little bit of highlights with white later. That's what I am planning. Okay, these are making sense now. They are both facing towards us, and the nearby figure, I think he let him also face towards us. Okay, it is our choice basically. Yeah, I think that's it. We will not make it too what is that? Don't work too much. Don't overwork. If something, if it is already, suggesting something that if that is making sense, I think that's it. We don't have to do it. We don't have to, overwork on that. Overworking is something that we all have a tendency to, and it is best avoided. Okay, I feel we need to give a little bit of, I need to take some pure white watercolor pigment and give some highlight. Then because some of the figures, I think some figures need little bit more attention. So let me grab a tube of white watercolor, and I'm picking it directly from the tube and giving some highlight. See this, all of a sudden the figure becomes very prominent, and it grabs a lot of attention. So this again should be done very judiciously, and this is the only place we have used white, and rest all the whites that you see on the paper are paper whites left out. And I think, yeah, that's it. That's it. Should we do anything more? Maybe some suggestion here. Maybe that white line may look like some sort of a house or something. Not sure. Okay, so I think it will be better if we leave it at this place, and we don't do too much. So let me know if you have any questions or queries. And don't worry too much about the precise colors being used. You can understand what the colors are there on the image. So accordingly, you can pick the colors suitable from the brand that you are using. I am using an Indian brand of watercolors called Camel Artist Watercolors. So depending upon your brand, you may use some different shades. Okay. So thank you very much for watching this particular tutorial. And as I told earlier, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and press the bell notification, and I'll be so grateful to you if you can share, you can drop some likes and share your thoughts, share the video to your friends, and yeah, that will help me a lot. So thanks once again, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.